Hello there, friends. This is Carrie with Any Day Blessing, and on today's video, I'm going to be doing another Mama Chat, which you all have requested that I do more of. So here you go. Here's another Mama Chat for you. But before I hop into the chat video, I just wanted to let you know what you can expect to find here if you're new. This is all about homeschooling. We show curriculum flip-throughs, reviews, and updates. I show you how I use it by showing you our planning and scheduling process. I show you day in the life lessons so you can actually see sample lessons being done in a home. And I show you how we organize and where we store all our homeschool stuff and where we homeschool in our house. And I even sometimes will share field trip videos and things like that. So if that interests you, if you like seeing things like library hauls and curriculum unboxings, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the like so I know that you come to YouTube to see this kind of content. And I'm sorry, but my nose is incredibly itchy all of a sudden. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so in this video, Mama Chat style, you're not gonna see any curriculum, you're not gonna see any tours or hauls of anything. This is just gonna be me sharing a little bit of my experience and what the Lord has taught me over the last 6 years of homeschooling, and what I would say to a brand new homeschool mom who comes to me and says they're thinking about doing this, or a mom who comes to me maybe after schooling for 1 or 2 years or so and says, listen, we just need to restart. We need a redo, a do-over. We need this year to be a lot different than last year. So whether you're a returning mom that just kind of needs to redo, take a mulligan and restart this homeschool adventure, or you're brand new to the game and you just want to hear some things that we've learned to help make your first few weeks and your first year a blessing in your home. I'm hoping that that's what this video will do. I'm hoping that this will kind of spare you and save you from some of the mistakes and some of the things that I really focused on that weren't important at all. I'm hoping that this video will be a help to many of you. Okay, so I'm going to also probably write a blog post, and I'm sorry, I hope I'm not itching my nose the whole time, but it's really super itchy all of a sudden. I don't know why. All right, so the first, or the 8 things I'm going to share with you, I'm going to kind of do just in like a broad brush overview, so the video's not super long, but I am going to probably also write a blog post with maybe some more details, some more links of things that I might mention in this video. So keep your eye out for that. Once I get the blog post up, I will come back to the description and put the blog link here. I also will post on Instagram and Facebook when that blog post is up. So follow me at any of those other places if you want to see when that blog post goes up. All right, so here are the 8 things in no order of what I consider to be important. Just as I thought of them, this is how I wrote them down. These are the 8 things I would say to a homeschool mom who either wants to restart, redo, revamp, or to a brand new homeschool mom who's just starting. These are the 8 things that over the course of our conversation, I typically would bring up. The first thing I would say, number 1, is to pick a curriculum or a set of resources, whatever you want to call it, that fits the way that you, as the homeschool mom, think and teach. You're going to hear lots of good advice, and this is good advice. I don't want you to think that this is wrong for people to say this. It's very good advice to talk about customizing the learning to fit your child's needs. That's a wonderful privilege and blessing of homeschool, that we can really customize to the way that our little kiddos think and the way that meets their needs and meets their challenges and their abilities and really accentuates things that they're good at. That's a wonderful blessing of homeschooling for sure. However, when you're very first starting out, your very first go at it, your very first year, you need to make sure that you're not a hot mess of a mama, so that this time is thought of fondly, so that you're able to continue and go on past this year. If this is too much on you, you may just throw in the towel and give up. You need to know that you can do this. You need to build your homeschool mama confidence. You need to take away as many of the possible struggling points for you as the mama so that you can implement this well. And this can be a joyful time, a fun time for you and your kids. and not this huge burden. So when you're looking at curriculum, that's my number one tip, not necessarily in importance, but just in this list. My number one tip, pick a curriculum that fits the way you as the homeschool mom teach, the way that you think, and something that will be easy for you to implement in the home, okay? Tip number 2, stay off Pinterest. If you've got a Pinterest account already, just take a break. Just shut it down. Deactivate, whatever. Don't go there. Take it off your phone, whatever. Don't go to Pinterest. If you do, stick to recipes or home decor ideas. Don't look at the homeschool boards. And the reason I say this is because, again, it kind of goes with the first one. You want to keep things incredibly simple for yourself. And unless you've had classroom experience, you're a schoolroom teacher who's coming home to teach your children, and you feel really comfortable, creating your own learning plan, and you feel really comfortable implementing various ideas. If that's not you, if you're not a formal classroom teacher and you don't feel comfortable navigating all this, you don't want to add extra layers of what other people are doing and try and recreate that in your home. There are some beautiful, beautiful homeschool rooms and setups out there that you could recreate in your home. And if you have the budget, if you have the space, and if you have the creative capacity to do that, those are wonderful places and kids enjoy them. But for us in particular, the homeschool room was actually a real downer for us. It actually was a hindrance to us. I'll leave a link below to a video that I did about that. But it's not for everyone. The things that you see on Pinterest won't work in every home. That works for them. And I'm genuinely glad when I see a mom do a homeschool room tour and they talk about how much they love their homeschool room, and I can appreciate all the time she put into it and how beautiful it is. But I personally know that would be an awful thing for us in many ways. And so we don't have one. We don't have a homeschool room. And I don't want brand new homeschoolers coming to the homeschool community and going to Pinterest or going to Facebook groups or whatever it is and just looking at that and seeing, oh, I have to do that. Because a lot of them do. A lot of brand new mamas to the homeschool world think that they have to recreate that kind of an environment in your home, and that simply is not the case. So the very first year, I would say just stay off of Pinterest and the like. Number 3 would be what I would recommend instead of Pinterest. We'll get there real soon. And just don't feel like you have to recreate what anyone else does in your home. Take that pressure off yourself right now, mama. Doesn't need to be there. Okay. Number 3, which kind of follows closely after number 2, is find a local flesh and blood, real homeschool mom that's a trusted friend of yours that you can go to for encouragement, advice, suggestions, questions, things like that. I love chatting in this way with you all and going back and forth in the comments, but I'm not local to many of you, and being a woman who's personal and relational, we need that personal contact or that flesh and blood relationship. We're just more personally relating kind of beings, even more than men are. So I think that as moms, as women, it's a good idea for us to have 1 or 2 women that you just go to. Meeting up now is a little different, social distancing and all of that, but meet on the patio, meet in your driveway, meet at a park while your kids play if you're doing that, and be able to talk one-on-one with another homeschool mom. The YouTube world is great, and I try to be as real as I can so that nobody looks at what I'm sharing and think, oh, that's what I should be doing, or how does she do that, or her experience isn't matching mine. I try to be as real with you as I can so that you're not seeing this YouTube perfect situation. You don't see everything off to the side. I'll just tell you, I have 2 laundry baskets. One is overflowing and not folded. The other one's folded and has been sitting there for 3 days. And it's less than 5 feet from the dresser that it goes in. Okay, so that's real. Okay, you need to find a mom who will be that kind of real with you, because you're going to watch YouTube, you're going to look at Pinterest, and you're going to think you're doing it wrong, and you're not. You're not. If you're investing any bit of effort, any bit of prayer, any bit of care and concern into the homeschooling journey that you're setting out on, you are not doing it wrong. Okay, if you are trying at all, okay, you're doing all right. Okay, it's all right. But sometimes when we come to YouTube, when we come to blogs, when we come to all these places, we don't see the laundry baskets. We don't see the kids that just finished crying over their math lesson. We don't see the burnt supper because mama was helping someone with an assignment. We don't see that, okay? But those things are real. They happen. We don't see the mama who can't get out of bed because she's having a migraine and school's on YouTube this morning. I mean, we just don't see that. You need to find an in-person, flesh and blood homeschool mama that will be that real and that helpful with you, and we'll talk you through it, and we'll offer help to you, okay? Flesh and blood, just one or two. I wouldn't recommend, again, in your first year, or if you're looking to restart, don't get too many voices in your head. Just one or two moms that you can talk to, because too many ideas is, if you have a huge group of homeschool mom friends, you're taking too many voices, and it's kind of like going to Pinterest again. So just one or two moms, okay? Number 5. Aim for relationship and family goals this year, not academic ones. Your first year in, or restart year, make it all about your family. Make it about your home. Make it about building a relationship with the Lord if you happen to be a family of faith also. We are a Christian homeschool family. We like to share from a biblical worldview as we're teaching our children. We like to show them what it means to walk with Jesus daily. And we feel that homeschool is a great way to model that and a great way to show them that. So make that the relationships, your relationships in your home, the relationship with the Lord, and the relationship of learning, that learning is a great thing. It's fun. It can do a lot for you in your future. Work on those relationships and family goals. For the first year, just strive to develop a routine of how to do this homeschool thing. What works best for you? Don't worry about a schedule, minute to minute to minute, but have the goal to do, X number of things before lunch, or let's try and have a goal to get this done before, we take an afternoon break. Set up a routine, not necessarily a schedule. And within that routine, make sure that you have time where you just relate to your kids and enjoy them, and nothing planned per se, but just talking about what you've learned for the morning, or talking about what you personally read in the Word that morning. Just having that relating time with your kids. Make that part of your routine. Maybe it's while you make lunch and you just have the kids around you at the counter area, and you're just talking about, so how did that how'd you do in that video game last night, buddy? Did you reach that level? I don't know what I'm talking about. I seriously am awful at video games, but I try because it's important to my son. So we use that lunchtime for me to kind of try and learn, and I always pronounce the characters' names wrong, and it's awful, and he's so frustrated, but we're trying, okay? We're trying to relate there. And then, after I've talked about that for a while, then I'll say, now what did you think of school this morning? Was there something that really, stood out to you that you thought was a cool fact? Or, we talk about that. And then maybe over lunch, I'll say, what I did this morning before you guys were up, I was actually reading in Luke. I mean, I'm in Luke chapter 12 right now, and I would tell them about that, and just make it part of your routine to use this homeschool time to build relationships with your kids. Get to know them and let them see you learning to get to know them. So make the effort yourself. Let me try and find a way to say that. Get to know your kids, but then make sure that they understand that that's what you're doing. Make sure that they see that this is important to you, getting to know them and getting to learn with them. The whole point of that, the whole point of building that kind of relationship with your child, at least in our home, is so that down the road, when they encounter challenges, mom and dad will be a trusted friend to come to. Mom and dad will be a source of help and encouragement when they face the really big things in life, when their problems aren't that the dog chewed up their Pokemon card and they're heartbroken. Okay, that's an easy fix of a problem, mamas. So we want them to come to us when the big fish, start to come in their pond, like breakups and job loss and major illness and temptations and falling into sin and needing to get back up and go on for the Lord. So these are the things we want them to come to us on. Use this homeschool time to build the foundation of relationship with you and with the Lord, so that future benefit is a possibility. We can't control how our children will respond to the teaching that we give them. We can't respond to we can't control how they respond to the relationship that we're offering to them, be it for ourselves or a relationship with the Lord. We have no control over that. But there are many who have gone before that I'm learning from, that I'm trying to model, who have done this. And the Lord has blessed those efforts most times. And I'm trusting in Him and acting in faith and going on with joy that He will do that for us as we are faithful to use this time to build those relationships. One thing that I say a lot on this channel, if you follow me, is keep the main thing the main thing. And that's it. And be watching, because there's going to be some goodies that say keep the main thing coming to this channel very soon. I'm really excited about it. So that's a little hint or tease. Make sure that you're staying tuned, because there's going to be some giveaways and some goodies that have to do with keeping the main thing the main thing. But that's what I say on this channel. Keep the main thing the main thing. The academics will come. They will. When you focus and you put your all into letting your kids know that they're important to you, that a relationship with Jesus is important to you, you'll just see over time how they're ready to sit and learn from you. Academics will come. Keep the main thing. Okay, so, one more thing with that under number 5. Let this time be a benefit to your family as well. So the fact that you can get like the work done at the beginning of the morning, especially like when you have younger kids, let that be a blessing and a benefit to your family. So now you have your family evenings free. Take vacations at off times when it's more affordable and less crowded. Let this time be a benefit to your family. Really make this about enriching your whole family experience, not just focusing on the school day. Let this kind of change the way that your whole family dynamic is operating in your home, because really it allows for a lot more focus on home and family when you're homeschooling. So just let that benefit you and really enjoy that in your first year. Don't let the academics rob you of those blessings, okay? Don't focus too much on those and let those rob you of the blessings of this time. Number 6, I'm sorry, this is long. Pick just one extra thing to do. Just one extra thing. So you've got your resources, you've got your subjects that you're doing. Now just pick one extra thing. Maybe all the kids are going to take swimming lessons. Maybe all the kids are going to take piano lessons. Don't sign everybody up for 3 different things. No, mama. Your first year, don't do that. Pick one extra thing, okay? And once you feel like you can add more, okay, you're in that good routine, maybe for a full semester, maybe for a full year, then, maybe let the kids pick and choose a little bit more. But try and pick just one extra thing that you're doing on top of the homeschool lessons that you're providing. Now, I'm not talking about a random field trip here and there. I'm talking about a weekly, regular, repeating activity that you go to all the time. Just pick one of those for your first year, or if you're in a restart year. It will really just allow you to focus on the other things I've mentioned about relationships and keeping home first and all of that. not becoming a hot mess mama who's also now a taxi driver. Just pick one thing. Swim is great because it's a skill everybody needs, and they offer it for all different ages kind of at the same time usually. So swim is a good one. And also music lessons, because again, they can just take them boom, 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 back to back. That's another option. But you pick what you need to pick, but just pick one thing. That would be my advice to you. Number 7, you don't have to recreate the public school in your home. A little structure is good, but like I said earlier, just think about a routine. So you don't have to do school for 7 hours a day in home. You're not teaching to 20 students that you have to bring along and make sure they're all understanding. You're teaching 1 or maybe 2 at a time. And so your lessons are going to be shorter. Your workspace is going to be different. You could be schooling on the patio or the kitchen table or whatever. You don't have to recreate public school in the home, either in routine and schedule or the look. You don't have to recreate that, okay? Number 8, know when to be done for the day. Step away and try again if you need to, but know when to be done. Sometimes I just know a lesson is done and I don't necessarily end the school day, but I walk away for a bit and I say, let's take a little bit longer of a recess and then come back. If your child or you has already reached the brink of frustration, no more learning is happening and you risk relationship, okay? So you need to just learn to step away, regroup, get a snack, let the kids run around and play, and then come back. Lessons don't take that long, mama. Taking an extra long recess won't mess up your whole day. It will save relationship. It will really allow for learning to continue, and it will preserve those good memories of this homeschool time. So know when to be done, either in a specific lesson or when to be done for the day, and then just step away and try again. Tomorrow, what is that? Tomorrow is always fresh with no mistakes in it. It's a good old Anne Shirley quote. And it's true, but we don't act like it's true. We bring those failures from yesterday into a brand new day. You can't do that. You just can't do that. If your child is repetitively doing the same thing over and over again, okay, you need to address that. But you can't, like if yesterday was bad, you can't bring that into today and say, oh, here we are again, math. You just have to try again with hope and with patience and joy that today may be different. And you have to start your day that way. It's hard, but you really just have to discipline yourself to do that, or it will become a drudgery and you'll just lose all joy out of it. So know when to be done, know when to step away, and don't bring past failures into a new day, okay? So those are the 8 things that I would say to new homeschool moms or moms that need a restart. I hope they were helpful to you. I will be sharing other links to things in the blog post when I write this up that you might want to look at for further reading or viewing if I share videos. But please just take to heart, if you don't listen to anything else that I say here, just remember, you are always mommy. You are always mommy. You don't stop being mommy and become teacher. You are always mommy, okay? And I hope that you all have a great first year. Please come back anytime to this video and comment, ask questions, and I would be delighted to pray for you and encourage you how I can. But I think there's going to be just a lot of blessings out of what has been a crazy, crazy season. I think this is going to be a good thing for many families, and I hope it's true for yours. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.